Hello, horror fans. Welcome to a brand new episode of Nimrod Horror Review. And today, you're going to need to smoke a fat doobie to get through this one. Because I will be reviewing Evil Bong High Five.
I take your body and turn it into little pieces. I'll hide the evidence and act like everything's fine. I take your body and turn it into little pieces. I'll hide the evidence and act like everything's fine.
Alright, this is the Nimrod Horror Review. My name is Joey, and I will be going over the brand new full moon film called Evil Bong High Five. It was released on a 420. It's now became a tradition to release these brand new Evil Bong films on a 420. And they're going to do that next year also. And last year they had Evil Bong 420. Appropriate title for that one. Anyway, let's dive into the story some here. So this film takes place directly after the events of Evil Bong 420. The main cast, Rabbit, I think her name's Vehicle, Sarah, and what's his name, Leonard, are all trapped in Evie's world. Same with Ginger Dead Man is also trapped in Evie's fantasy pot world, And Rabbit loves it. Rabbit is this creepy, perverty old man who just loves like the excess of like weed. He loves the excess of like nudity. He loves the excess of sex that goes on in this world. But the other characters realize that they have to escape this world, or else they're going to be stuck in there until they die. Which it sounds kind of fun, You see all these topless ladies, blah blah blah, but in reality, you need to escape that world. So anyway, so what happens is that the five of them, yes, said five, strike up a deal with Evie, the evil Bong, for y'all who don't know. Evie tells them, okay, if you guys want out of this world, you have to go back to Earth and make $1 million in selling her personal grown weed. The five of them just thinking, okay, awesome, we'll go back to Earth, we'll sell this weed, game over. But Evie has another plan. She's like, okay, I want to send the three guys back to Earth, but I'll keep the two girls down in the Bong world and have them suffer through the Punishers, which is basically two topless girls who mess around with the two other girls. Keep in mind, this is a full moon Charles Band film, so there is kind of unnecessary nudity in it. So back to Earth, you have Rabbit, the Ginger Dead Man, and what's his name? Leonard? Forgot his name, but he's been in the series. They go back to Earth with this brand new head shop, and they're trying to make $1 million selling Evie's special weed. Throughout the movie, there's like this slew of characters who just come into the shop. It's kind of like small sketches throughout the film. You get Donald's dad that comes in. He's disappointed, and that scene goes on for way too long, in my opinion. And you have a director who comes in, and then you have Phoebe returning. She was also in 420. She was an employee there, played by the wonderful Mindy Robinson. Um, this time they can't promise her any kind of pay, but she tells them that she's at a place to crash, and she'll work there basically for free. So she's there. You have Rabbit, and you have Leonardo, and you have, of course, the ginger dead man. And then, of course, Hamburg comes in, offering his services, trying to sell them product. Rabbit, remember Sam, blah, blah, blah. That's what the main part of the film is. You have these random characters come into this head shop, and it's kind of a small sketch that lasts like maybe 3 to 7 minutes each character. And then eventually the girls in the Bong world find out a way to get the Punishers to let them into the real world. But basically the girls reverse the Punishers tactics on them, that they tell them how to escape the world and go back to Earth. So that's pretty much the main storyline. I know it's a weird, odd story, but that's what it is. It's an Evil Bong, Full Moon, Charles Band film. You know, it's what it is. So here are my thoughts overall to this film. Originally, I was not much into the Evil Bong series. I've actually never seen the first 2 films. I've seen the 3rd one, and since then. Maybe because I'm not a weed smoker, or just a smoker in a general. EB and Evil Bong has never really appealed to me so much. But watching the last few films, I've kind of grown kind of a fondness to these films. They're not horror. They're really comedy horror, more like if you were in this scenario, it's kind of a horrific situation to be in. What you're watching on screen is really not that horrific, really not that violent. Like, for instance, this one, nobody dies, no one gets killed, there's no blood really. It's just kind of like this Evil Bong is holding you captive. She's telling you have to do this, or else you're gonna be stuck in my, fantasy world forever. So that's a horrific scenario to be in, but it's not like a Jason movie. It's not like Amityville Horror. It's just kind of like a horrific situation to be in. So that's the story. I've always liked Charles Band's way of directing films. He has this way of presenting characters, presenting the background. He understands how to make a shot look really good. You're never bored watching his films because he knows how to shoot things. He's been doing it since the late 70s, so he obviously should know what to do. But yeah, he always brings something brand new to the table. I will say this: the only downside, which is kind of a good side to the same thing, I am a huge Ginger Deadman fan, and this is his 3rd straight Evil Bong film to be a part of. and I think it's based on budget reasons. They haven't done like an actual Ginger Dead film since the third one. Well, they had Evil Bong versus Ginger Dead Man, which was a pretty good film. But in this film, and also 420, Ginger Dead Man was almost this like comedic character sidekick to the whole thing. Like in this film, he was even crying over this one girl, Candy, who he thought, actually liked him. And then he was like, how can you get her back, blah, blah. So it's kind of funny, but at the same time, you want that serial killer Ginger Dead Man back. But the cool thing is, which I'm kind of thinking will allude to a Ginger Dead Man 4, is at the very end, this isn't much of a spoiler, he brings out his knife, and he says, that's it, I'm back to killing, so I'm hyped about that. Also, another thing with the Ginger Dead Man, you may see it on the cover, he has a karate suit on, and me, as a fan, was expecting that, well, does that mean that he does karate? It does not. It's just something that the character Sarah made for him to wear on Earth, just randomly. Because she became kind of a designer in the Bong world. Anyway, wrapping up here. It is a pretty good film, but it is a certain kind of audience that would like this film. It's not obviously every person's type of film. It's just a kind of a fun film. Remember, do not think much about it. Do not think much of plot. And I think you will enjoy the film. And I will give this, you know what? Giving this film a rating is kind of odd. But I will give it a 6.5. But I feel I should put it higher, but realistically, with the kind of story and, what have you, it's not much above that. But this is a really good 6.5 film. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.